Cryptic is a producing art house based in Glasgow who give young artists a platform to show their work and young talent the possibility to grow. So basically I met them through the scheme they do called Cryptic Nights, which is one-night performances, and I applied with part one of this trilogy, which is this new body of work I've been creating, Tales of Magical Realism. I'm not from Glasgow. I was born in Brussels. In fact, I grew up in Luxembourg, and I'm German nationality. I went to film school in Ireland and developed my first feature film in Berlin with my fellow film school graduate Maurizio Usai, and this was the starting point for the body of work I'm presenting here in Edinburgh. It started out as a feature film script. I started to create these sets and layers in my studio, and instead of filming them, I just invited audiences to walk through it, and I created a live soundtrack to go with it, and eventually I explored more kind of a beatnik voiceovers and spoken word, which drives you along the story. So in this format, in these immersive installations, people are entering the story physically. You're being given headphones as you enter the space, or the labyrinth of spaces, in fact, and you're being guided through different scenes. And the scenes are miniature worlds inside boxes reminiscent of old plate cameras that you peek into. So you put your head under black cloths, you look through an eyepiece, and the sound piece brings the world inside alive. It's a surreal story of someone leaving his town, venturing out into the world and looking for his fortune. That's kind of roughly the starting point. And very quickly, this journey, it starts off in a train carriage where the main character sits with his old suitcase and looks out the window at this mysterious moonlit landscape rattling through the night in this old worldly wood-paneled train carriage. This old train conductor figure enters, pulling behind him a trolley of innumerous drawers on it. And he produces these glasses. So Henry, not knowing what's going on, just puts on these glasses, and the landscape outside the window changes with every pair of glasses he puts on, or with every lens that this Oculista character slots into his glasses. And it turns out that the worlds he sees passing by the train window are connected to his journey, basically. And eventually the Oculista announces, the next stop is yours. I always hope that I take people into another world, but it at the same time maybe puts them in touch with a kind of poetry of their own lives. So I hope there's a relevance to what I do, but that's up to the viewer.